Hello, Flosstube. It is today. I'm start over again. Hello, Flosstube. I'm Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches, and this is Flosstube update number 67. Today is June 1st, 2019, and yesterday was the end of Maynia, the end of May, the end of Maynia. So this is my Maynia recap. As many people are doing today. Um, so, we're here to talk about cross stitch, so let's get going. For the month of May, I decided to do basically a new start each week of May. So one on the 1st, one on the 15th, 1st, 8th, 15th and 22nd, and the 29th, the short one on the 29th. So I chose to do my tall ship projects. They're all along this line of old-fashioned tall ships with sails. And so I started with one each week. So the first one I did was this Running with the Wind, it's called. And there's not a bigger picture of it, so in this booklet, but and it was so while I was starting this one, I realized there's a lot of white in this design. I think it's all stitched, this white here, because this is on this sort of gray fabric. So this is all stitched, all of the white in this. So there's a lot of it, the frothy waves and the sails, and lots of sails on this tall ship. Tall ships have a lot of sails, and this cloud. So this is all white with different shades of gray for the shading on the sails. And this one has, I believe, there's little people, 2 little people. Standing on the ship right there. Little tiny people. You can see them. And there's not a whole lot of different color in this. There's some up here in the flag, and maybe a little bit, on the boat here. But it's mostly, shades of brown and gray and white. A little bit of blue, blue down here in the waves. Anyway, not that I got that far. I really only did this wave. I mean this excuse me, sail, and these are all these are all sails. These are like the different shades, But it's all, I was doing white for a while, and I got kind of tired of that, this big block of white. So I did, this is I guess part of a mast or something, and then sort of the outlines, some of the outlines of the sail. This part is actually, I think, like a light gray, as opposed to, you can kind of tell the difference here. But down here by itself, it looks like white, but it's not. It's mostly like a gray kind of color, a pearl gray color. But anyway, so this is as far as I got in a week of stitching on Running with the Wind. And the second one I did was from this Seascapes thing. Called Old Clipper Ship. And again, there's not a bigger picture, but this one is done all in ecru. I was thinking it was white, but it's ecru when you look at it, and shades of beige and stuff like that. So, and I think there are not any people on this one. And there's a little bit of different color, like in this little tiny flag. And this one has a couple of seagulls, but no clouds or anything like that. And there's just a little bit of waves down here. So on that one, I didn't get very much done either. I did a lot of this one sail, and then I did gray outlines, sort of other sails, and there's a little bit of mast areas up here. And one of these, I talked about this a few weeks ago. One of these, I had put these in, and then I had to take this one out because, excuse me, I had put it in like off by 1 or 2. It was over. And when I started doing these is when I realized this was in the wrong place, so I had to redo that one. But fortunately, it was not a very large area that I had to redo. So again, I didn't get very far. But you can kind of see the outlines of some of the sails here. So yeah, so I did that one, and again, this is on fabric that that I dyed. It was blue. It was a white even weave, and I dyed it with some. It's called, I think, evening blue is the shade, the rich shade that I did. So all the 4 ship projects are on the same cloth. One piece of cloth was a sort of a bluish grayish piece of even weave that one of my viewers sent me, Gloria sent me, and I went ahead and stuck that in the dye, and the other one was a piece of white even weave, and so I think I used the white piece for the 2 ships, for the first two that I showed you, the Running the Wind and Old Clipper ship, because they're a little bit smaller, and then the other 2 I did Voyage of Discovery and the Ronnie Rowe Serenity required a bigger piece, and that's what I used the piece that Gloria sent me. But I also stuck it in the same dye, so they're all the same shade of blue here. And this one is the Voyage of Discovery. It's a piece commemorating Columbus's voyage with the Nina and the Pinta and the Santa Maria. So this one is a little bit different. It has the crosses on the sails. It's got a lot of background part. This is like Old World and New World representations. There's with these sort of map things, and these are all done in half stitches. And then the sky, a part of it is negative space because it was done on white. So I'm thinking that when I eventually get to that part, the sky is going to be stormy. With this color, it's going to be a stormy sky, rather than a white sky. But anyway, so and there's also like a lot of color down here for the waves, and this one is from the Stoney Creek, from Stoney Creek, excuse me. This one here, and it's got like a sort of a nameplate kind of thing, and the words Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria, and the years 1492 to 1992, which was when this was to commemorate, So I think I'm probably going to put that year on there because of the 150 years or whatever it is. Anyway, so I started in the middle here, and I had the saga of this one was that I started with the grays, and I did the grays wrong. I got them backwards because I just like inverted the numbers and symbols, got them backwards. After I looked at it, and I realized that when I made my working copies, I made them in black and white. I made working copies of all the charts, and I did enlargements of them a little bit. But when I did this one, I didn't realize, or I didn't think about the fact that part of the chart is in red. And so what they did was, because they did part of the chart in black and part of the chart in red, they reused the same symbols. So they had a black cross, and a red cross, and they were different colors. And when I realized that after I started stitching, that because the red cross was one color, and I said, oh good, I can use this sort of red, crimson, whatever color, and terracotta. And then I realized it's not. It's in the wrong place. It was down here below, where the cross was. I thought, well, it's just for the cross. It's not, for the sail area. And I was in the sail area, so I thought, well, that's not right. So I looked at the chart again, and I realized it was in color and blah blah blah. So anyway, so when I then realized that, okay, it's not red, obviously down there it's gray. But then when I was looking at the grays in the chart, I got the two colors mixed up, and I started with the wrong color here. And I didn't realize it until I had done quite a bit. And I wasn't going to take it all out again, although I probably should have. So you can't, tell, but well, maybe you can tell to some degree. But this is the middle sail here, and I think maybe part of the second sail behind it, I think, maybe. But anyway, but you can kind of see here where there's dark gray and sort of medium gray, and they're supposed to be the other way around. The darkest gray is supposed to be in the middle here, and this outline is supposed to be in this medium gray. But I had gotten all of this gray done, and I was all the way up to here when I realized it was wrong, and it was the wrong shade. But I decided to just keep it, and I think I had already started with this gray here or something, or I was about to start with it when I realized what the mistake was. So I left it. And then this looks like white, but it's actually another shade of gray, a lighter shade of gray. The white will go in these areas here where I've left it blank so far. But I did do the red of the cross, the terracotta of the cross. This is the middle sail, the middle ship. So I'll do more of that. So there's that one. This is, I don't know what, the Maynia, the Pinta? Maybe the Pinta? I don't know. I don't know the three ships. And then the one I did, not the 29th, the 22nd, I guess, was this Ronnie Rowe design, the ship Serenity. And this is from his pen and ink series, so it's all monochromatic. It's all done in black on white. And I chose not to do that because, again, I had the blue fabric. And as I was talking about on Wednesday, I had done it all in a light blue color, and then I ended up changing my mind and pulling it all out. So I took a day to frog all of this area that was all done in a lighter blue. I had tested it sort of by using this darker blue. I just did a few, about that much in this darker blue, and decided I really liked it a lot. So I ended up pulling out all of this that was done in lighter blue. And and when I think about it, it's not much more than if I had pulled all of this out and started over again. But I didn't. So, but it was obviously, there was no way to get around this, the changing of the colors. It was either one color or the other, because it's a monochromatic. So I did it in this darker color. So I'm going to have to eventually, this design takes about 5 skeins, and I only have the one of this color. So I'm obviously going to have to go back and buy some more. And this is one of the magnets that I got at Cracker Barrel, and they're a little bit heavy for I got for the magnets, those magnets that I bought last week. I bought a set of these magnets at Hobby Lobby, and I want to go back either to Hobby Lobby or Walmart. Walmart supposedly carries them, so I want to go to Walmart to see if they've got a larger size, if they've got the same size. I don't know, but I need to buy excuse me, some more of them, I think. But see, they're a little bit heavy for this this magnet. This is one of the ones I bought at Cracker Barrel, and they had like a set of 4 nautical themed magnets that I really liked. But they're not very strong magnets, and especially for the, for the size and the weight of this magnet. So I think it might take, I don't know, just a stronger magnet, a stronger metal to magnet setup or something. Anyway, but so let me pull that up. It doesn't want to stay up there, but that's as far as I got on the Ronnie Rowe Serenity. So then this past Wednesday, I just had 3 days, right, to the end of May. So I did I started the Hello Pumpkin stitch along, put out by Sally Wilson at Caterpillar Cross Stitch. So this is a stitch along, a mystery stitch along, basically, that started. The first part of it came out on the 16th of May, and I put off starting it until Wednesday, the 29th. And so I'm just going to show a little bit of it, what it looks like. There's a mushroom and a couple of pumpkins and this colorful tree, and there will be, as I recall, more of the tree each week. So I did a little bit of work on it. These are a couple of the leaves, or all the only leaves I have so far. But I did do all of the one color of the tree, and right now I'm working on this other lighter brown color. So I have just a little bit left. I already did the light brown that is in the branches here, and you can kind of see it here. It's on the upper side of these branches. And then this will all be those the leaves that I haven't gotten to yet. And then the trunk is mostly finished. It's just this little strip right here in the lighter color. There might be a little bit. Let me see. Yeah. Just this little, bit in a lighter brown, and then this is part of the blue or the green or whatever it's blue on the chart, sorry, but that goes along the bottom for the grass, and then there'll be a pumpkin or a couple of pumpkins and a mushroom, and but then the leaves. And I was, as I had mentioned before, I was a little bit nervous about this sort of pinkish cloth, whether the colors would show up well. But this is one of the pinks, and this is one of the yellows, and so I think I'm pretty confident in the other colors showing up well enough on this. A little bit different take than doing it on just plain white or whatever, or oatmeal or something like that. But yeah, so I was kind of wondering what I was going to use this cloth for, because the fabrics that I kind of experimented with doing, coffee dyeing, tea dyeing, whatever. I didn't have anything in mind for. I was just trying them out to see how they would come out, and so this is the darker piece of avocado dyeing that I did, and So anyway, this is the result, and I decided to use this for the Hello Pumpkin Sal. And so that's it for my the projects that I did during the month of May. And going forward in June, I talked about how I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to finish the Hello Pumpkin Sal piece because it's not very big. It's not very involved. Each of the leaves is it's pretty small. So I should be able to finish it pretty quickly. And there's the two pumpkins and the mushroom underneath, and the little patch of grass. So they should all, it'll take me a few days, but it should go pretty quickly. It's just not, it's not gigantic. So I think I'm gonna do that for the next couple of days, few days, and then I do want to take probably today, the next couple of days, to sort of like go through all of my patterns and put them all on my decision roulette wheels, so that I can have, as I said before, like I do have a wheel now that says, which wheel are you going to spin, and then that'll tell me which wheel to spin, and then I can spin that wheel, and it'll tell me which project to do. So hopefully that'll give me a little bit more specific incentive. Well, incentive to work on a particular project without me having to decide. I just spin the wheel and let it decide for me. And but I need to put, and I think I'm the new starts. I think I will put off the ones that the sort of just random new starts that I have, the charts that I have not started yet. Put those off and concentrate on all the whips that I have. The Stitch 9 Challenge whips and the Maynia whips, and the Halloween projects that I have accumulated now. The Caterpillar Cross Stitch. It's not really Halloween. It's a fall though. Hello Pumpkin, and I had talked about just in the last couple weeks about the tiny modernist Halloween thing. This spooky hollow, I think it's called, and then the small Halloween chart that my subscriber Gloria sent me. So those are my 3 fall/Halloween type things. So those are on one wheel, and but hopefully my other whips, I have like that Midnight Meow thing that I worked on last year, that I have not worked on since, and I've got 2 or 3 others that were from that, or maybe 4 others from that from last year that that I want to put on a wheel, also on a decision roulette wheel, and then I have a bunch of unstarted new charts that I want to make sure I've got them all loaded on there, and then not do them and not start them until I've made some good progress on the ones that I have that are languishing, half done, and there might be some there that I decide, what, I don't want to do this anymore, that I can give away, and I have at least one chart that I want to give away, free to a good home. Hold on just a second. Okay. My mom is talking to my nephew, and anyway. So if you're hearing noise in the background, that's my mom talking. Anyway, hold on just 1 second. Okay, sorry about that interruption. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, about the decisions that, the decision roulette wheel. So, like I said, I have one chart that I do want to give away, but it's very kind of specific for those who may be interested in like doing basically like Jewish traditional stitching. It has things written in the Hebrew language, and like you can make various things like for Passover and for I think for weddings and things like that. So it's all like in Hebrew and Jewish religious kind of stitching. Um, so that I don't know exactly when I'll be giving that away necessarily, but that's something that if people are interested in that, I want to do that. Today is a noisy day. My neighbor is apparently taking down their satellite dish. Anyway, so sorry about that. There was a lot of distractions today. But anyway, so I do want to load up my decision roulette wheels to go through all of my projects, because I've got a bunch of unstarted kits, and I wanted to decide what I really want to keep. What but anything that's not started yet, I don't want to start yet until I get through. Like I said, get through some of my whips and get them cleared out of the thing, cleared out of the way first, or at least get a good enough start on them that I don't feel guilty about abandoning them for a length of time. Sorry, I have a cat that's trying to mess up my stuff. Snuggle, come here, Snug. He don't make much of an appearance very often. Sorry, he doesn't like, despite his name, he's not a very snuggly cat. There he is, my snuggle bunny. Snuggly, snuggly, snuggle. He's running around naked because I don't know where his collar is. Got his collar off. It's one of those, kind of breakaway kind of collars. And I don't know if it's under the bed somewhere or something, but okay, go away. But his collar came off some time ago, a few weeks ago, and I don't know if it's all the way under the bed or somewhere, but I haven't found it, haven't come across it, so it's, oh, sorry about that, that's snug. But so he's running around naked. Anyway, so I think that about covers everything. I don't have any haul since the few things I picked up. Although I do want to go, like I said, I want to go to Walmart or maybe Hobby Lobby to get see if I can get some more magnets or stronger magnets or do something different anyway. And maybe if I like glued a washer or something to the back of those magnets, then the magnets that I bought will stick to them more strongly or something. I haven't decided on a solution yet. I haven't, but I do want to use those nautical magnets as needle minders, but I'm gonna need a stronger magnet setup on them. Anyway, so I think that's everything that I needed to that I wanted to cover this week, and I'll see you probably next week with an update on whatever I'm going to work on. I haven't decided yet, so probably the Hello Pumpkin, and if I get that done, then I'll start on something else. I don't know. It depends on what the wheel tells me. Uh, that's it. I think that's it. So I will see you next week. Next time. And thank you again for to my subscribers for coming back every week. Thank you welcome to any new viewers. Hope you do become a subscriber. Click on the subscribe button and on the little bell thing, you'll get a notification whenever I post an update, and it should be every week from now on. But anyway, go ahead and subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. There's a cat doing I don't know what over here. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, so I will see you next week. Bye.